Well, hey guys, and how you doing? Firstly, I am very happy with the performance of my last video. Now, when I posted that video, I was sitting on 26 subscribers. Then today, when I checked how many subscribers I had 34. So for me, I'm just really happy with the improvement. Hopefully, we can continue, and hopefully, you guys will tell your friends. And I'm really happy that a lot of you guys liked the video. I am getting a lot of feedback from people who meet me physically. And guys, I also want you to participate in the comment section below. After Did You Know videos, please can you tell me which one was your favorite Did You Know, so I can know the type of Did You Knows you guys would like. Now, anyway, before we get started, I want you to think carefully about what I'm going to ask you. Is a tomato considered a fruit or a vegetable? Now that you've had some time to think, a tomato is considered both a fruit and a vegetable. Now, the reason why we can say it's considered both is because, firstly, like most fruits, a tomato is formed from a flower and it contains seeds in the inside. Then, now, the reason why people consider it to be a vegetable as well is because when people cook, they utilize it like it's a vegetable. So, I feel like it should be considered fruits because it has the characteristics of a fruit, but then in the kitchen it is used like a vegetable. But then at the same time, when you do look at a tomato, it's kind of an odd fruit or vegetable because it has juice, like it's juicy on the inside, like how most fruits are. But then when you look at it from the outside, it looks like a vegetable. But anyway, with all that being said, we're gonna get started with today's video. Now, today's video we'll be looking at the difference between Americans and Britain people. Now, the difference we're gonna be looking at is the same thing but different words. Now, this means, for example, you see what's here in the middle? Yes. Now, in America, they call that a shopping cart, but Britain, they call that a trolley. Now, you understand how the video is gonna work? That's good. Now we're moving on to a car. Now, we all know that a car has different parts, right? So, hold on, let me just get my notes here. So, in America, what they consider to be a trunk, we call a boot. Now, a trunk and a boot are the same thing. Now, you see at the back of the car where you usually store your groceries or things you've just bought. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. In America, they call that a trunk. Oddly enough, I think the British system calls speedos or those swimming trunks a swimming trunk. So you really wonder, like, why is it that we're speaking the same language but we're using different words to describe the same thing? I mean, couldn't you have not just come into an agreement and form one word way back then? I don't know why I'm saying we because I'm here in Africa. But anyway, that's not important. And then the front part of your car where you usually pop up that thing, yeah. And you usually look at the engine if your car breaks down. Now that part that you pop up is considered a hood in America, and in Britain it's considered a bonnet. Now, going on, in America, in Britain, a hood is referred to as a waterproof cloth which you can find on prams. Now, if you don't know what a pram is, it's that thing like a trolley but for babies. Yeah, specifically for babies. Not that it's a shopping cart and you put your baby inside. No, it's for babies. And then in America, you see that what can I say, like cloth or towel thing that you use to, wipe your mouth when you're done eating. It's considered a napkin in America, and the British system refers to it as a serviette. And then we move on to what holds a baby's number one and number two. In America, they consider that a diaper, and here we consider it a nappy. By here, when I say we, I mean the British system, because here we use the British system. And then a jumper, like um, if you don't know what a jumper is, it's like an overall. Yeah, you see. Um, I still don't understand how this works, but in Britain they consider that a sweater. Now I thought a sweater was like what you call this thing, like a jacket without a zip. I thought that was a sweater. Or maybe it's a sweater in America, but in Britain, it's that overall that the cowboys like using. Yeah, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And then in America, what they call sneakers, and oddly enough, I actually use the term sneakers, even though here we use the British system of English. Apparently in America it's sneakers, and here in Britain it's trainers, because you train more often with them, and it actually seems more like a fitting word to use trainers than actually using the word sneakers, because I don't know where Americans get the sneaker thing from, but I know the Britons got my favor on this. And then the Americans win me with this one. You see a pencil, right? When you use it to write and you make a mistake, there's something you take to erase the mistake you make. Now, in America, they refer to that as an eraser, but here in Britain, we call it a rubber. Now, funny enough, at school in primary, when I said, please, can I borrow your rubber? Because we use the British system, my teacher said, it's an eraser, my friend. And then I felt like looking at the teacher and saying, you teach us, but you don't know what type of English we use. And that was my English teacher. Like, are you for real? But the Americans win me over on this one. Oh, okay. So now that we're done with with the same things, but different words used to describe them, I think this video can help you to go research. Like, if you use the British system and you're going to America, I don't think we can say that there's much of a language barrier, but there's a barrier between the comprehension of what an item is called. Now, honestly speaking, I don't even understand why they had to do this. Like, even the word color is spelled as Colur in Britain. In America, it's spelled as Color. Now, when I asked my English teacher last year why this is like this, she said that the Americans were a bit. I didn't say this. She said it turns out the Americans were not in a mean way, Americans, but lazy. So you guys took a word and shortened it by just taking out the U. So I don't know what you guys were thinking, but I think the word was okay. I mean, if you're lazy enough to create a proper language, why create a language in the first place? If you know what I mean. And then for our final, Did you know that the person who invented the Nobel Peace Prize, funny enough, invented the TNT? Now, for those of you who don't really understand why this is funny, is because someone who invented a prize based on peace actually invented a TNT bomb, which is not so peaceful when you think about it. Because I don't know, maybe back then in the old days, people could have used it to cause trouble in certain places, if you understand what I'm saying. And guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. And I remember in my last video when I asked for 30 subscribers, turns out I had 41 views. So let me not be the author of my downfall and say, please, can we actually exceed this year's goal and get 60 subscribers? I am planning on doing something exciting and funny for the next video, but I really need the support from you guys. Like, whenever I see I get a new subscriber after each video, I have motivation to keep doing what I'm doing, because YouTube is for you guys and for you guys to learn. If you understand what I'm saying. So not only do I want you guys to subscribe, but I also want you guys to like, comment what was your favorite Did You Know, and also share this video with your friends on all social media platforms. And I also need you guys to get me a new catchphrase, because I don't think peace, love, and gigabytes is actually working. Because I solved my gigabyte issue by deleting all games. Okay, not all games, but most games. And anyway, yeah, peace, love, and gigabytes. But I need a new catchphrase.